Welcome to day 2 of me driving my electric moped, fully solar powered, all the way from the UK to Italy. I made it 90 miles yesterday. I'm currently in France at my friend's house. Today is a charge day, and I think this is how it's going to work. I think it's kind of going to be alternating, like big drives, charging, maybe a little drive, and then a big drive the next day. We'll see. Anyway, today I thought what I could do whilst I'm waiting around for the moped to charge, obviously, which I'm going to show you, is get some really fun creative shots of the bike charging, which I didn't manage to get done before I left. And what I'm going to use to shoot that is the new Insta360 Flow Pro. Now, I have the Flow. I made a video on it last year. This is an amazing phone gimbal. Obviously, you've seen me shooting on other cameras the last couple of days. I've got my big Sony camera. I've got my Insta360 X4, which is off the front, gives you that 360 view, amazing wide angle. And then I'm shooting with the Ace Pro out the front as well. If you're wanting to capture your adventures and you can't afford a big mirrorless camera or 360 or action cameras, pretty much everyone's got a smartphone. So I think this is an amazing way to get a ton of extra features and shoot some amazing footage with your smartphone. One of the things I've struggled with even yesterday is shooting myself solo on my own and trying to get creative shots, because I've literally just had these 2 cameras attached and occasionally handheld, but I didn't bring my tripod. I was trying to go as lightweight as possible. I'm already overweight in the moped, so having a small gimbal like this, literally pocket size, look, it folds down, boom, in your pocket. It also has this built-in tripod that pulls out the bottom and then it extends out the top here as a selfie stick. So I could plant that there, and as I'm moving around and plugging the external battery, which is charging from the solar panels, into the moped battery, I'll try and get some more creative shots, because locked off shots aren't really going to work. Also, I just want to show, this is my current tripod setup, which I can't really do in the middle of a field. I've literally borrowed my friend's mum's dining room chairs. I hope she doesn't mind, sorry Matt. But I'm going to set this up and try and get some cool shots as I install this. The other cool thing is, so this is the magnetic phone mount, which fits any smartphone. But if you've got an iPhone, something new with the Flow Pro is take this off, and it's got a MagSafe magnetic connector. So look, just ping my phone on there, boom, done. Also, one of the new handy features with the Flow Pro is the one-touch NFC pairing that reconnects your phone just by connecting it like this. Boom, tracking dock, locating your accessory, connect, done. Okay, I'll go through all the features throughout the video, but one of the best things about this new Pro version is that it can use the native Apple camera app rather than having to use the Insta360 app. Obviously, you get more features with the Insta360 app, but if you can't be bothered to download an app and you just want simplicity, literally clip on your camera, boom, ready to go. So if I flip to video mode, obviously I want to film landscape, so double click this button, film landscape, and I'm going to be doing some vertical content, Instagram Reels, TikToks, maybe some YouTube Shorts, so I can double click that again, bang, vertical shooting. But for now, let's go horizontal. I think I'll go 0.5 and hit record. This is in the native iPhone app, and watch this. Actually, look, it's actually tracking me. So I want to walk over here. Okay, what do I need to do? Right, I'm going to check the battery. We are at 91% charge, that's fantastic. Now, I completely drained this and the batteries yesterday, as you saw, and I had to get my friend to help me get the moped here. It was literally 1 mile away, so I'm not counting that as cheating, but we had to just like put a tiny bit in the batteries just to get it here. When I'm charging, what I'm gonna need to do is plug all these into this, charge this up to a substantial amount, 91% is plenty, then I can start charging the moped batteries. And as this is still gaining solar, it's also draining at a faster rate. So I calculated if this is 100%, I think if I'm getting a good amount of solar, which I am today, I can fully charge the moped over possibly 6 hours, but we'll see, it's all theory at the moment. So as I come over here, it's still being tracked. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna plug in the charger, and this is really handy because I don't have a cameraman helping me today, so just creates more of a dynamic shot as I'm moving around rather than just a locked off tripoded shot or a camera stacked on chairs. So this now, if I plug this in here, hit the AC alternating current output, we're drawing in 375 watts and at the moment 748 watts out, and momentarily that should kick on charging the 2 batteries. And then I should see on the screen the rate of charge and how fast it's going to charge from empty. I think it's probably on like 3%. Okay, 5 hours charging time. That's awesome. So it is almost 3 p.m. 8 p.m, the sun is still going to be pumping, so I'm pretty excited. Anyway, if I move back over here, it's still tracking me all the way to the back of the garden. I really need this technology on my solar panels, the tracking, so they can track the sun all day, because I've just gotten flat at the moment. Anyway, that's how I set up my solar, and that's how we can record a dynamic tracked shot natively in the iPhone app without any other software. Pretty incredible. Another thing I showed in last year's video was this amazing AI person re-identification ability with the tracking. I'm going to see if it works in the iPhone app. It definitely works in the Insta360 app, but I'm going to hide behind the moped and then pop back out again and see if it still tracks me afterwards. So this is if you're like moving in between behind objects. I'm going to crawl behind the moped and then I'm just going to pop out over here. Oh, it found me. Okay, let's try that again. I'm hiding, and then quickly running over here. Oh, wow, okay. So it works in the iPhone app as well, amazing. I think it's been updated so the person re-identification tracking is even more effective. Another thing I was playing around with in last year's video is motion tracking Callie, our pet dog. And it was working okay, but it was essentially just tracking her as an object in the software. And with the Flow Pro, they've brought out animal tracking now, so it's gonna be way, way better. And I can't wait to try that out when I get home. Obviously I haven't got Callie with me on this trip. Okay, so now I've tried out a couple of the new features, the Reconnect One Tap, the iPhone mount, and the native iPhone tracking. I'm gonna go into Insta360 app and check out some of the other cool things I can do. And the purpose of this behind the scene video is to get some epic shots of the moped charging. Can I also just say, all the weather forecasts said it was gonna be completely cloudy today, and they lied, so I'm so happy. And I genuinely think I might be able to get this moped almost fully charged today, which is the dream. One of the other new features I forgot to show you, which I'm gonna do now quickly, is infinite 360 panning. Now, I did a bit of a shot last year where I was running around the camera, but it couldn't spin like this. It basically locked. So it allowed almost a 360 rotation, but it wouldn't keep going. So I'm gonna test this now. And for those that aren't familiar with the technical terms, and I don't really use these terms often, but when you're moving the camera side to side, this is panning. And then tilting is when you're moving the camera up and down. And then rolling is when you move the camera side to side, so the horizon is moving like this. So I'm gonna put it in a tripod in the middle of the solar panels, and I'm just gonna keep walking round and round and round. You will see it will just keep tracking me, which is very cool. Right, I'm gonna set up the hand gesture. I think I'm set up the hand gesture to track me now. So I hit record. Okay, it's tracked onto me now. And what's clever is the Flow Pro has this little ring light on the top and it flashes green when it's actively tracking you. So you can tell that it's working from a distance. Okay, so now I should be able to keep walking around. Infinite 360 pan. Hopefully it remembers me from behind here. Oh, you got me? Let's keep going. Just keep spinning, just keep spinning. What? It's actually gonna be really cool. I might do some road shots where I set this up and do some drive-bys or try and get some creative shots. Because again, like I said, I don't have anyone helping me film. Infinite 360, infinite 360. Also for comfort, if you want, there is a rubber grip, which I haven't got on right now because I prefer it being a bit more lightweight and less bulky. And it's fine holding it like this. Okay, I'm gonna quickly show you the modes. There's auto, which basically slowly follows and smooths your shots as you're moving the camera around. It kind of makes it more cinematic. So you can tilt, you can pan, and I think it's set so it doesn't roll, so it locks the horizon, which I think is really handy. Right, I'm gonna hit record. If I click once on the trigger, it draws a box and tracks the moped, and as I move around now, it will completely keep that moped centered, so I don't have to try and manually kind of turn the camera correct, which I think's really tricky to do and keep something centered. So that's pretty cool. Zoom in to the new. That's in auto. If I switch to follow, which I just flick my finger around, it just smoothens out the panning and the tilting, locks the roll. The auto mode adjusts depending on how fast you're moving. If you're running, you're trying to do things slow, it kind of adjusts. Yeah, if I don't want it to tilt whilst I'm moving up and down, I just switch it to pan follow. I'm gonna get some cool shots. I think this is one of the cool shots you can get with a gimbal that you can't just get with your phone easily because of the movement you need. So it's going from low down, sweeping to up. And I think that's one of the shots I really want to get. Let me extend my selfie stick because I'm kind of limited in the moves I could do. So I might need to come in from a different angle. Moving over the solar panels, this will be cool. If I bring the camera low over the solar panels and up to the moped. I forgot to say as well that it hinges here. So you've got it in the tripod, but then for getting the specific shots you want. Okay, the buttons quickly. Front, obviously power, record, on, off. These are the modes I was showing you: auto, follow, pan follow, FPV, which is the rolling shots, which I might try and get a shot of the bike charging with a bit of a roll, like a dramatic roll. Then you've got this button. Single tap flips the camera from rear facing to front facing. Double tap switches the orientation of the camera from vertical to horizontal. So if you're shooting vertical video for socials, then horizontal, which is what I'm shooting. Triple tap switches from photo to video. Oh, double tapped. And then this wheel actually zooms in and out, which is pretty cool. The trigger at the back, double tap recenters the camera. Triple tap spins the camera around 180, so you can still shoot with the back camera, but you're facing yourself. And single tap tracks onto whatever it's facing at, so it's just tracked onto that window there, and cancel that. Okay, right, so let's get some shots in the moped now. So I'm going to spin upside down. Okay, so I'm now going to set up a little time lapse of the bike charging the solar panel. So I'm going to go into time lapse, set it up on the tripod, and then there's different options: recording interval, recording length. I think I'm going to go for a 30-minute, yeah, and then you can do preset fixed angle, which is just static, left to right, you can see on the screen on the left here, right to left, or custom. Let's do custom because then I can set exactly where I want. So 2. Nice. Now I think if I hit record, it'll go back to the original position and I'll get 20 seconds over 10 minutes. Nice. Whilst the bike's charging, I'm having a little catch-up call with Raya, and one of the features that I'm quite excited about with the Flow Pro is that I can use my phone as a webcam and it can track me. So check this out. I put this on. Okay, so watch this, right? I've set it up so it's tracking as my webcam. Hey Neo! Hi! It's Dada. Look, I'm gonna walk around the room. This is where I'm staying. This is where we had dinner last night. Hi, Neo. I miss you. I miss you, Neo. How are you doing? Dada. Hi. Hi. Oh, that call has made me miss Ryo and Neo even more. Even more of an incentive to get down to Italy ASAP. I spent the evening with Matt and his family. The moped charged up to 60%. I pushed it all the way to the evening sun as it was dipping all the way down. I was like moving the solar panels to the front garden, trying to charge the portable battery. But yeah, we got 60% charged today. And most of the morning up to 10 AM was cloudy. So I've set the panels up outside, ready to get the early morning light. And hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, we can head off. So it has taken more than a day to charge it to 100%, but I have rejiggled my route and I'll fill you in tomorrow's vlog, but I'm quite excited. And thanks again to Insta360 for sponsoring today's vlog, and the whole trip wouldn't be possible without them. Obviously I'm using the X4 and the Ace Pro. I want to thank them for sponsoring my channel. It's an ongoing channel sponsor and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing and do these fun adventures and spend time making YouTube videos for you guys if I didn't have partners like Insta360. So if you've been intrigued by the Flow Pro with some of the content I was shooting earlier, check it out. I've linked it in the description and I will see you in tomorrow's vlog where we're going to be back on the road. We're going to continue and I'll show you my new route. As I said, it's very exciting. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace out. Enjoy life and live the adventure. Boom.